Poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her Magna collection in the club room. That's Natsuki. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that Magna has literature too. I had to look this up yesterday. Magna is like Japanese comic books, kind of. Sorta ish. I had to look it up, I didn't know what it was. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Ichigo, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess. But in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Okay, this dude, I guess, like, likes Monica. Or, like, has a crush on her, at least. That was the vibe from, like, before Sayori died.
So your character?
Yes. Ichigo, which is a Bleach character. It, like, has a crush on Monica because she's popular. It's high school. It's all high school. Ooh, can you mute yourself? Thank you, baby. You're really sweet, Ichigo. You know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go on then? I'll look for materials another time. You're more important. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Wow, this is so different, because in the one before, Sayori made him join, and he didn't want to join at all. And they made him cupcakes. That's why he joined. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit because, or being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings the classroom door open. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Eh? Oh, it's Yuri. Oh, that was so creepy. I don't like that. Seriously, you brought a boy? Question mark. Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki, but anyway, welcome to the club, Ichigo. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredible cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. She's a bitch. She's a complete bitch. Her small figure makes me think that she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. And it's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Okay, apparently someone said to look up the age of Natsuki, and she's like super young. So like inappropriately young in this apparently. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Ichigo in the classroom and I decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Ichigo? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks into the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not so many people are very interested in putting all their effort in to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down a teapot in the middle. There's no cupcakes. What is this? A piece of cake. Oh man. So before there were like cupcakes and now there's no cupcakes. This game is terrifying. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't you let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Ichigo, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking, and after seeing Yuri's sad smile, anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. So many things are so similar. Can't watch internet speed so slow. Oh no. Your internet speed, Asian? Or mine? And thanks for coming back today. Appreciate that. Is my stream not working, or is it just your internet speed? Aizen was here yesterday. Here he goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up, and she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something and I can relate to them at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really? If a story makes me think or it takes me to another world, then I can really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Oh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over for me for a split second. Wi-Fi, IDK, but it's slow. I hope you can hear me, though. Never mind, that's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind this last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Yeah, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. What is this? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess this is the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Oh no, don't say poems. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically. Let's go home and write a poem of our own. Oh no. Next time we meet, we'll all share it with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought that was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Ichigo? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said that I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made my decision. Now it's Monica, not Sayori. Hold on. So before it was like Sayori that got him to like join the club, but now it's like Monica, and now it's all weird. I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes, but I'm sorry, I thought, The girls exchange glasses before Monica turned back at me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Ichigo. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to join the official club. We need 4. Oh, that's different. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defensive against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in the situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing a poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right? Okay, I decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, these girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Ichigo? Yeah. It can be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all, I would just be super pissed. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can do. I can give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Ichigo, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hee hee hee. I can really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat and Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Oh, it's so different. I depart my club room and make my way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh no, I gotta write a poem now. Oh my god. A special poem? Yeah. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere, and there were also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke, and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on TV. So the laughing was not part of the dream. It was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment. Huh. Oh my god, this is already getting dark. Why did I unlock that poem? Why are there only 2 of them now? Puppy. Entropy. Valentine. Pleasure. Misery. Forgive, Doki Doki, Melody, Fun, Lucky, Sunset, Philosophy, Judgment, Tragedy, Games, Broken, Whirlwind, Wonderful, Misfortune. That's me writing a poem, by the way. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This is a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for... What was that? Nice blade. Thanks for keeping your promise, Ichigo. I hope this isn't too overwhelming commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to. What is this? It's getting creepy now. You already had dragged me here, Monica. Bye, Monica. I don't know if you plan on just to come here and hang out or what, but you don't take it seriously when you want to see the end of it. I can't even see because Monica's in the way. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Ichigo. Well, make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Okay. Or anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like I said, or something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if you don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book for you if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just feel like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started with something you might like. Yuri reached in the bag and pulled out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book and I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read, and we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around the closet. Are we not sharing poems? The cover of her book, it seems like the same book she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Wait, this is like the second day, or the third day rather. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. It's fine. I was focused. Then I probably wouldn't have noticed her in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this. So that's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it, not for any particular reason, just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped by the bookstore yesterday, and that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous eye looking at the front cover. Basically, it's about the religious camp that turned into a human experiment prison. And the person trapped in the trade. Okay, this is all the same as yesterday. But the facility gets even worse and starts selectively breeding people and cutting their limbs off and affixing them to. Well, that might be a little bit of a spoiler, but anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You already made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. That's like foreshadow. Oh my god, it's like foreshadow. This damn game. Are you not a fan of this sort of thing, Ichigo? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and inclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that kind of story, and it's that kind of challenges you look for at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil. That's new. But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. That's terrifying. Wow. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Oh my god, that's so weird. Not again, I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost any interest at all. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I don't feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets like, what? What was that? Hold on, can I check the history on that? No, I can't. Oh my gosh. What? Hey, that was so creepy. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Hold on. Oh my god. It's like so different. It took like it took like 30 minutes per like thing to happen, and now it's just like happening like so quick. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Weird shit's happening now. Did you see that? You don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book and I put it into my bag. Alright, it's fine. I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Are you sure? Huh?
I don't like this.
You don't like this?
No.
Why? Is it creepy?
I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
Whoa, I can hear myself.
That's why. Yeah, I know.
It lags. It's weird.
Just wait. It's gonna get really creepy and depressing. I'm sure it will.
I want to sleep at a point. I want to sleep comfortably.
You can go to sleep. It's fine.
Huh?
You can go to sleep. That's fine.
No, I'm not saying I'm like, I want to go to sleep now. It's like, I don't want to have nightmares.
You won't have nightmares. It's not that scary.
You don't know that.
That's true. Okay, I gotta continue.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. Hold on. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone I see. Well, tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand that Yuri means about the reading in company. It's as if I can feel the presence over my shoulders as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe it's a little distracting, but okay, this is all the same from yesterday. I realized she's not actually looking down at her book. I glance over it. I was reading the book from my book instead. Oh my god, I was bathing in the... What did that say?